It's Divas That Care Radio. Stories, strategies, and ideas to inspire positive change. Welcome to Divas That Care, a network of women committed to making our world a better place for everyone. This is a global movement for women, by women, engaged in a collaborative effort to create a better world for future generations. To find out more about the movement, visit divasthatcare.com after the show. Right now, though, stay tuned for another jolt of inspiration.
Okay, so I'm so excited. It is my birthday, and as you know, if you've been following me on social media, I decided to do a podcast marathon, right? So I'm inviting all of these amazing, beautiful women, powerful. I mean, I am like, let's go, So I decided to have all of the women come celebrate my birthday with me. I mean, it's been so humbling. I'm just like so grateful. So if you're tuning in from wherever you're tuning in from, I want to first say thank you so much for sharing this time with me. And I'm hoping that this will be a wonderful experience for you. So I had Linda Sunshine, beautiful woman, a few minutes ago. And now, funny enough, I have my cousin, which we really just connected, through one thing I mean, social media has its issues, but one thing I love about social media is the fact that it connects, it brings people together who wouldn't maybe normally come together, or who sometimes don't even know each other. I mean, and she just, oh my goodness, bless my heart with sharing, something special about her relationship with my late father. I am his youngest daughter, his youngest child rather. I'm his only daughter, and I'm so grateful for any person who just honors him, honors his legacy. He was an amazing person. I've heard so much that I'm just like him, and so it's been a pleasure. So Cindy, tell me who you are, outside of Sheba's cousin, but tell me who you are. Tell me, where do you call home? Where are you from? And, just share a little bit about who you are and where you're from, okay?
Yes. Hi. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I'm Cindy Little. As you know, I am still.
You are.
Your father is my kind of heart. He was my first best friend, cousins. Yes. Your father and me was like best friends. We shared summers together with your grandma, Aunt Doll. And a lot of people don't know that. I was actually born in Staten Island. I call Philadelphia my home, and I'm in New York now. I live in downtown New York, not far from the World Trade Center when 9/11 happened. I'm your cousin, your second cousin to your father on your father's side. I appreciate you. I look up to you. I applaud you. And thank you. And I wish you a very happy birthday. I'm a lot of things, and I'm nothing, like we all are.
That's right. Thank you so much for that. So let's jump right in, because one of the things that, I mean, you talk about you, I admire you when I saw you in the World Cup.
Yes.
My been is in. Let me see.
Yeah, we won some medals from the World Cup.
And she is showing her medal. Let me tell you something.
Yes.
We have one of them. So how many do you have?
In the World Cup, we got 3.
3. Okay.
We played 3. Yes.
So
that was my first year, and we played.
Wow. That in itself is inspiring. I mean, we literally have listeners who listen to this podcast from across the world, and there's some things where there's some spaces and places where, women, sometimes they don't even consider, they don't consider. And so for you to not only do it, to plug in, I mean, we're still in the middle of a pandemic.
Hello?
So to plug in, to do it, and then you win. First, we have to say congratulations. That is amazing. So congratulations about that. It's just absolutely, one second, I'm trying to get my gathering. So it's absolutely great. So I know you mentioned you wear a lot of hats, right? So
yes, I do.
What is your profession? What is your business? What
Well, I'm into the I'm into the nightlife, not as much as I was in club, meaning bars, working in bars, managing bars, and New York, gay style, because I'm gay. I'm a lesbian rather, and I'm very active. I'm very outspoken here in the village. I do a lot of volunteer work. My nearest volunteer charity is God's Love We Deliver, which I was volunteer of the year for 2012. I'm a cancer survivor.
We're going to go into that. We're going to go into that. You have a lot to share with the world. So first, you mentioned what you said, God's love. Tell us
God's Love We Deliver.
God's Love We Deliver. So what is that about? If anyone who wanted to participate, where is it located? What do you all do?
It's located on Spring and 6th Avenue. It's literally 3 blocks from me. We're always looking for volunteers. Anybody can Google God's Love We Deliver and look for what volunteers are needed. We do very good. It started in like 1994, I believe, by a lady riding on a bike trying to deliver milk to a sick friend who had cancer, and that's what we do. And we make home-based meals according to what the doctor orders from, and it specifies to every individual needs.
Got it. Wow, that I know. I mean, I'm pretty sure that just brings you so much joy, to be able to do that. Do you do it weekly? How do you do it?
I do it weekly, and I do holidays. Like we just did over 12,000 meals on Thanksgiving, so we did that. I did that morning. And the wild thing about God's Love We Deliver, that's more personal to me, is that I did God's Love We Deliver way before I didn't catch cancer. Before cancer jumped at me, and then I got the meals, and then it was easy for me to eat the meals because I was preparing the meals, so I knew what went into it. So I did it to do it. I didn't do it because I'm gonna eat that down the road, and who would have thought? And so there's a lot of other organizations that does it. They're great too. I can only talk about God's Love We Deliver.
Right.
I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. You're like, Michelle. I'm like, yo, look at your fam.
But I think that's so amazing because it's almost like this circle of life, like you said. You had cancer, and then it's like this. You volunteered, and it's like it come back to you. This circle. And so that's amazing. I'm pretty sure, those who are recipients of it, they are full joy, as they say. They really appreciate it. And I'm hoping that if you are listening, and you're in the New York area, because like I said, there's people all over the place. But if you're in New York in particular, what is it called again? God's
Love We Deliver.
I'll keep calling God's Deliver. Okay, God's Love We Deliver. I'm hoping that you plug in. And as my cousin Cindy said, listen, even if you don't want to do that, there's plenty of other organizations.
Yes, and yes.
Yes, for you to give back. Because to me, I don't know about you, I'm pretty sure, Cindy, you would agree that that's what life really is about.
Hello.
So much about receiving this, receiving that, but giving. And so I'm hoping, that you are plugged in. No, now, what I really wanted to jump in, right, is I know you said that you are a cancer survivor. Listen to me. It's not only about October, breast cancer.
Hello.
We are in November, and we're bringing awareness, so share as just a way of inspiring. Let's say if there's a woman, a man, I know one person, they say you get it older, and she was diagnosed with breast cancer when she was 25 and she was pregnant. So can you imagine? That was like a double.
Yes, you don't know when it's coming. And even with breast cancer, guys could get breast cancer. about cancer. It's like it's a beast, it's an awful beast, and it's a continuous fight. Like I still take the chemo pill. And
Right.
every time they try to take me off the chemo pill, it pops back up in my system. So I would take that chemo pill for the rest of my life. When I run downstairs leaving my apartment, and if
Mhm.
I didn't swallow that pill, I run back up there because
Wow.
I'm gonna do what has to be done. And it, it, it it's a fight that can be won, and it's
Wow.
depends on where we catch it, and it's an ongoing fight. It's nothing temporary about it. We gotta stay, and if you don't have it, everybody should go get checked. It's
Thank you for saying that. Everyone, we see it all the time, but it's when people, women, right, when they share their stories, that makes it real. Listen,
yes,
go get tested. Go
yes,
get tested. Go get
totally.
tested. At the end of the day, it's not going to cause any pain. You're not going to be
Hello, right?
far
It might
off.
help
You're not
you.
going to be worse off then. So get tested. One of the things that I love that you mentioned as well, and I know in some cases this may not necessarily be the case, but like I said before, it serves as a way of inspiring, motivating that, like you said, you can have it, you can maintain it, you can still live. I mean, you was in the World Cup. I'm gonna keep saying that. I
All
don't.
right,
I mean,
all right, thank
I,
you. All right, and that's
you
true.
were in
I
the
am
world.
what you call a world athlete.
Yeah, you're in the work, the things that you're doing,
Yeah.
you're still volunteering, you're working, you know what I mean? You're doing all of these things. You work out, which you told me, which is
Yes.
another thing that you can inspire.
I try I do it. I get there. I gotta be there.
Got to get there, to build up your strength, your
Mm-hmm.
mental, your mindset, your physical body, your
Stress.
spiritual
Yeah.
body. I just love it. I love it. I love it. So I know you mentioned, what cause? Well, you share with us what cause is near and dear to your heart.
Um, Cancer awareness is near and dear to my heart. But
Mm,
yeah, I'm gonna say again,
say it.
giving, guys, love we deliver. I went there on it was my birthday one day, and I was going to get a haircut,
Mhm.
preparing for a birthday party that night. And Guys Love been there forever. And I was getting the bus by Guys Love We Deliver. And so the bus was coming, and I was like, oh no, forget it, I'll do it next year. But I stopped and I went into Guys Love, and I met this guy named Stephen Carrero. I'm sorry for saying his name wrong. And I told him it's my birthday and I want to volunteer. So I gave him the invitation to my
Mhm.
birthday. Him and a couple of people from Guys Love came to my birthday party that night.
Yeah.
Um, and um, and then I started whatever day that was. It must have been a Monday. And I started that Thursday. I came in and did it and been there ever since. And that was back and before 2011. I was Guys Love Volunteer the year 2011.
Mm.
Uh, I got cancer in 2012. So I ain't catch it. Motherfucker hit me. I'm sorry. My bad.
Well, listen, be you.
He
Be
swung
you.
at
Be
me.
you. It's okay.
There you go. Um, and That's near and dear to my heart. And then having to get the mills and all that, and just seeing like I'm still waiting for the other shoe to drop for all these years at Guys Love. Cause I mean, these people can't be that cool,
Right.
and they are, and they're so welcoming, and they're so wanting, and the it's just what we put into, and to
Right.
see it and to be hands on at it, and talking from the inside,
Right.
and I'm still looking. And so people come up I never saw before, and I'm like looking at them getting off the elevator, thinking,
Mhm.
looking for something not to like about them,
Wow.
and it hasn't happened yet. So
Wow.
I give my energy and my support. I throw it behind. I throw it to my hat in the ring with Guys Love We Deliver, and the outreach I do with Cancer Survive with the Cancer Society Network, and the lesbian gay community,
Mhm.
because I'm a lesbian, and now that I'm getting my family as yourself close, because I your father had looked for me for a while because I
Mhm.
was separated from the family,
Mhm.
and your father found me, and we went back to being buddies like it never stopped.
Wow.
And
Yes.
it,
Yes.
and I'm glad I got that time. I call him Ant Man. His
Uh-huh.
name's Anthony. I never used to call him Raheem. I call him Ant Man or Anthony. And at his last days, I did start calling him Raheem, but to other people, I still call him Ant Man and
That's right.
Anthony.
Yeah, my grandmother would be like, his name is Anthony. No.
You know her dog. Oh,
That's
you know
right.
your grandma.
That's right. She was like, no, his name is Anthony. Hello, right.
Okay,
I
yeah,
love
and she
that.
understands my Ant-Man and my
That's,
Ant-Man. Yeah, and that's the reason I went to see the movie Ant-Man, because Anthony had just died, and I went to see the movie Ant-Man for
wow.
my company Ant-Man.
Uh-huh. I love it. I love it. I love it. So share with us, what is your secret? How do you balance all of the things that you do? How do you find balance to do everything that you do?
Strength. I find it strength, and I named my strength after my mother, Annie Ray, your great aunt. You know, your mother oldest, one of your mother oldest sisters, your grandmother oldest sisters. On your dad's side. Strength, and knowing that and strength and my belief in I'm not a man hater because I'm a lesbian, but my belief in women.
Yeah,
my belief in women, and seeing what my mom went through and how she raised us, and seeing like your grandma and what women do today, Michelle Obama, you know, Whoopi Goldberg, you know what I'm saying, and seeing the strength. It's not, I don't hate men, but knowing what I know about, the strength and the presentation that I had of women. Yeah. Whether, if I was straight or gay, my presentation that I saw around me and women was powerful, and leaders, and and history who didn't normally speak of women, but I know where we were spoken of, that the strength, and that's where how I get the strength, and knowing it's possible and everything is.
I love, oh my goodness, I love this. You know what's so funny? Those who are listening, I just love how God works. And I mean, if you know anything about me personally, I like to flow. I'm very, I know it's hard. It's like people like to chill out, but I like to flow. I don't live my life in fear.
Yes.
I'm like an open book. And so when my cousin is like, well, can I interview? And I'm like, let's do it. I never, physically met you, unless maybe you met me when I was younger, but I don't recall me.
No,
but
I saw pictures of you.
Right, yeah. But so, having this moment, I'm just like, I'm so grateful that, you took the time to just spend my birthday, a few minutes talking, but most importantly, sharing your life, as you mentioned, just, just seeing the power of a woman. You understand what I'm saying, and what we're capable of doing, and what we're capable of accomplishing, especially when we do it together. You understand what I'm saying? When we do it together, the sky literally becomes the limit. And so I want to thank you for sharing this time. I'm not really sure how the World Cup works, but your future work with it, we wish you all the absolute best. We'll be cheering you on.
Yes.
I'll be cheering you on from Brooklyn.
And I'll be over here adjusting your crown. Adjusting the crowns, y'all.
I love it. I thank you so much for.
My time is up.
Yes, I know you said you wanted to.
Can you give me one? Yeah, one thing that I did. Give me 1 second.
Yes. So listeners, she has a surprise to me. I know you can't really see it here, but I'll share the experience with you. And if you're following, if I'm going to see what it is, I'll post it on social media. So go to Sheba Empowers on Facebook, or Sheba SHEBAA Empowers on Instagram, and I'll let you know what this surprise is. Oh my goodness. Those surprises on my birthday. So if you're listening again, Facebook, Sheba, SHEBA Empowers, Instagram, Sheba with 2 A's Empowers, and I'm going to share with you what the surprise.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, cousin Sheba.
Yes. This is so. Oh my. Yay! Look at the cupcakes and the balloon.
There you go. That's your birthday.
Thank you so.
You're welcome. And I don't even eat cake, but I got that for you.
Listen,
happy birthday, cousin.
Thank you so much. All right, bless.
Peace and love.
Take care. Yes.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
How do I cut this off? Yeah.
That's
it?
You're good. See you later.
See ya. Enjoy.
All right, see.
That was cool. All right,
yes, so if you listen, my cousin just surprised me with the cupcakes and balloons, and oh my goodness, that was just so amazing. I have another interview coming up, so stay tuned. As I mentioned before, you can connect with me on Facebook, Sheba, Sheba, Empowers, or on Instagram, Sheba, AA. Oh, excuse me, sorry, AA, and then the word empowers, and connect with me. I'm going to share the little video that she has. And she said she felt like, for my father, just in celebration. I'm grateful for my mother. I'm grateful for my father. I'm grateful for my grandmother, every person that has forged the path for me to be who I am today. So if you are listening again, tune in to this episode, previous episodes, but future episodes with Sheba Shares, a part of the Divas That Care Network. Peace.
Thanks for listening. This show was brought to you by Divas That Care. Connect with us on Facebook, on Instagram, and of course on divasthatcare.com, where you can subscribe to our newsletter so you don't miss a thing.